We had a scrimmage Friday, Saturday. We went ahead and practiced, took the pads off of them. I felt like they deserved it. It's been a pretty intense couple of weeks. Then I had an off day yesterday, and looking forward to get back on the field today. Moving forward, we've talked as a staff. I've talked with Coach Cornelsen, and I think it's time for us to go ahead and name Josh as the starting quarterback. Looking back over his development, I've just been pleased with his consistency, his demeanor, his ability to process information, and some of the things that we gave him to work on through the summer. I think he's made improvements on. It's time for us to start to get those guys working together in terms of a first unit. The things that I've talked to Josh and all those guys about is whatever we do, whoever we name, that person still hasn't proved anything on the field. We continue to evaluate and develop those other guys. Continue to look and have those guys compete for the number 2 spot. If it went on today, AJ would be the second guy. He obviously has a pretty special skill set moving forward that will continue to develop. All that being said, I've been very pleased with Hendon. He's made big strides. He's got a chance to have a really bright future. I really appreciate those 3 young men, how they've handled it. I've met with all 3 of them. Coach Cornelsen's met with them. They are about the team. They are about doing things the right way, and I anticipate that there will be zero difference in their demeanor and their effort and their attitude today at practice as opposed to just the other day.
What your decision is, what's the process of telling the kids one-on-one, your office, Coach Fuente involved? How does that go?
Yeah, one-on-one and both of us, as the head coach, I know that's a kind of a special relationship, and those are tough decisions to make, and so certainly, I have my one-on-one with him, and he does too.
The coach talk around this is always when somebody separates themselves, we'll make our decision. How quickly did Josh do that, and how happy are you as a coach that it did come quickly? Whatever it took, 11 practices. I mean, I think
within the last 2 or 3, it was starting to lean that way. So it wasn't something going into it that he had separated himself. I really felt coming out of the spring, I didn't know, between all of them, to be honest with you, and so it was a toss-up going into it, and he executed. He executed. He took care of the ball. Ultimately, that position, being able to play well and give our team a chance to win, is what is kind of the top of the list for us.
This is probably, I think, 11 days before you knew Gerard started last year. I know that the situations are different, but is that surprising to you at all that it happened earlier this year than last year, given the experience of these guys?
Yeah, it probably happened a little bit earlier than what maybe I was anticipating. I don't know. It works out differently every time. I don't know if I can put my finger on one exact reason why, but that's a good room. I'm excited about all those guys. Part of our conversation with all of them is this is a long season, and a lot of different things can happen. One play away, one game away. We've all got to prepare like we're going to start the game.
How do you balance that concept of you want to keep everybody engaged, but you don't want Josh looking over his shoulder at every incomplete pass thinking, oh, I'm getting yanked? How do you balance that kind of juggling act?
Well, I think those guys know that Coach Fuente understands that position, and I think that was part of the draw for all of them to come. Is he's been in that position, he's played that spot, he knows what those guys are going through, and that it's going to take more than just one bad pass or one mistake for something like that to happen. And I think that probably gives them some comfort in and knowing that he's there with them. He knows exactly, you know, when they come off the field, good or bad, kind of what direction to point them. And you know, I think that's a real advantage for our quarterbacks.
Congratulations. How did you come out on top in this? What do you think you did that earned you the job?
First, thank you, but I think just working hard and trying to be the best that I can be every day, and always studying the playbook and also defenses and everything like that, I think is what gave me a shot at it.
Did you have a feeling like were things going well, or did you go home at night completely in the dark?
I mean, I felt I was playing well, you know, throughout the camp. I thought I was doing a good job, and like we said earlier, we were sharing reps and everything like that. But I think I was putting myself in the right position to do so. And, yeah, I felt good about camp so far.
How did the coaches tell you?
Just today, I just talked to Coach Fuente and said we were just meeting today, and that's about it. And just told me, and then told me this was all happening. So it was kind of a surprise, to be honest. I thought it was just a regular Monday, but yeah. So yeah, that's how it kind of worked.
So how long ago was that?
12:30.
So have you had a chance to tell anybody?
Yeah, I called my dad and my mom and my brother. I got to call them, so
I
that was
think
nice.
when I talked to your dad last year, he was talking about if you became starting quarterback, he would quit and come down to every one of your games. I take it he's pretty excited about. What was his reaction when you tell him?
He knows I play quarterback for him, so that meant a lot to him. So I wear number 17 for my dad, so yeah, it meant a lot to him.
Were you surprised that a decision was made this quickly, or did you expect it to drag out a little more like last year?
I wasn't really sure, to be honest, because this year's camp is so much longer than last year, so I'm not sure what their time of preference really was. I was just trying to get better every day and see how it goes.
We talk a lot about sort of the inexperienced skill guys out there. Is there an advantage to being, you know, slotted in as the starter now, and knowing that, you know, kind of get on the same page as a lot of those guys?
I think that would be good because now we'll really all be able to be on the same page, like you said. I'll be able to get all the rest with those guys and get better and better with them, I guess. So yeah, I think that's good that they did it now, and now we'll be able to just focus in on getting better and not really worrying about who's going to be in or anything like that. So getting extra reps, Cam, CJ, Phil, all those guys is going to be really important.
Have you had a chance to see or talk to AJ or Hendon? And I know you guys have been getting along so well during this. Any idea of kind of their reaction?
I have not seen them, but I'm sure it would just be the same. Like I said in the last interview, we're all like pretty cool and relaxed guys. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll continue to push each other. Yeah, I don't think there would be much of a problem. You know, just like if AJ or Hendon would have been named, I don't think there would have been much of a problem.
Coach Cornelsen was saying that running the quarterback is going to be a part of this offense, you know, forever, no matter who the quarterback is. How do you fit into that? And we talked a little bit last week about Rod and the number of carries.
Yeah.
How do you fit in there?
I think I can run the ball fine. I think I have decent instincts with it. Like I said before, I'm not 6'4", 240 or anything like that, but I think I can get the yards I need to get, and yeah, I think I can run the ball fine.